Okay, we are officially recording. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Elsie, and I'm the owner of Elsie and Extreme Fitness. And today I have one of my former clients, Elaina Parks, and I wanted her to kind of tell you guys what it was like training with me. So first, Elaina, why did you choose me? Out of everybody in the world, why did you choose me?
The stars aligned in the universe and we were brought together somehow.
I like that. I like that. Star alignment, you know? Okay, and so what was like your favorite thing about training with me?
Your personality, I think, was number one. You got to have a good personality and be personable to be able to do training with lots of different people. And your personality is fantastic, always. And I liked everything about training with you. Your techniques, how you trained, how you talk to people, and you know what you're doing all around. You're not just pushing people into the ground to like do a workout routine. You understand that like people are human, you know? We're not coming in there to just start lifting 500-pound weights like, you know, in a day or even in 2 days. So
Right. Okay. So what was one thing you didn't like about training with me?
absolutely nothing. I didn't like, there wasn't anything that I didn't like about training with you.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good to know. All right. So let me ask you this. Like, if you had a friend that was looking for a trainer, why would you recommend me to them?
I always recommend you. I always tell people about you and your online classes that you have available for people, especially right now when everything's shut down. Really sucks. Um, I always recommend you because I always tell them I'm like she treats you like a human being. She gets the job done, but you know what I mean? She treats you like a human being. She knows that people have their strengths and they have their weaknesses, and you know how to work with all of it. So
Awesome. Well, Elena, you also did one of my challenges too. You
yes,
did my
yes,
bet on the challenge. How did you like that? We want to talk about that. Like, what was the bet on a challenge? Like, let's start there. And what did you like about it? And what did you dislike about it?
um, so you did the challenge. It was for wasn't it a month? I think it was
6 weeks.
for 6 weeks. Yes, and you had weigh-ins and um, exercises and things that we could do to help us lose weight throughout this challenge. And it was like a group of people. And then, of course, there's always like the biggest loser at the end, which is fantastic because everybody wants to be a loser, right?
Right. Everybody must be a loser.
um, so yeah, I liked that we had a good group of people going. Um, everybody was pretty accountable for everything. You made sure that we were accountable for everything. Um, you did daily check-ins with us. You were there every step of the way, pretty much. Anything that we needed, like you were there and available, especially with me. And it's like I'm always like, what do I do? What do I eat? What workout should I be doing right now? And you're just like, you know, just do it. But
So,
I loved that you had um plans, like helpful hints for us and like little workouts and things to help us along the way. I thought that was fantastic. Um, I mean, the only thing that I can say that I didn't like is who doesn't like having to get healthy, you know? But
but the
that's what
money
the
didn't bother you? Like having to pay for your accountability, that didn't bother you? Like if you missed a weigh-in or missed a posting your meals, having to pay, that
um
didn't bother you?
yeah, the struggle was real on that because I forget everything all the time, every second of the day. So yes, yeah, that struggle was real. There was definitely a little kick in the butt, but um, you know, when those little fees came about, like it kept you on track. You know what I mean? It made you accountable for it. And even if you didn't like it, it's your fault. So get back on track and, do what you're supposed to be doing. I thought it was great. I liked it. Um, it's good to always, be healthy at any level, whether you're doing, just a little bit or like a lot, whatever the case might be. It's a good challenge. I liked it a lot.
I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed training with me. You also did classes with me. You pretty much done
Yes.
everything that I do. And I'm glad that you enjoyed all of it. I guess one other question I have for you is, since you've known me for a few years now, like what is one thing that you would like to see me do in the future? As you know, as I grow my training business, especially my virtual business, what is one thing that you would like to see me do in the future?
I would like you to be able to fly to different countries like Germany and come and train me in person. I would like you to go airborne just for me.
Oh, that's too funny. Sorry, my battery just decided it wanted to just interrupt our video. Okay, well, that would be really cool. I would love to fly back to Germany. Oh, that's something else I guess I should let our viewers know is that you did the challenge in Germany while the rest of the girls were here in the States.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you were able to stay on track with everybody here in the States. So that was actually my first international challenge with people from different countries and different states. And that was a really fun challenge. I currently have a challenge going on right now that you didn't do this time. It was our Lose More in 4 total body cleanup. And I did this one a little bit differently because I know some people were like, okay, that accountability was hardcore and the bed on the challenge and even the skinny jeans challenge, that accountability was hardcore. So I did it a little bit differently this time. And guess what? I'll tell you right now, people not making people post has made them so lazy. Like you should see like the difference between the two groups from the bet on it to this one. Like they're quiet. Like I literally go in there like, hey you guys, what's up? So the next challenge I'm doing this starts on November the 2nd. And that one is going to be where they were gonna have to actually start tracking again. And
Hmm.
kind of like how we did the bet on it. And that one's the 1,000 rep challenge. So you'll be
Hmm.
challenged to do 1,000 reps for 5 days a week, as well as tracking your food and everything else too. But it's 1,000 reps every day. So let's see how people do with that one because that one I'm not playing with them on that one.
Woo! That's gonna be really. That's gonna be for the people who are still going to the gym every day.
Well, that's the cool part about it. You can do it from home. You don't need the gym
Yeah,
for it.
yeah, yeah.
So
Of course.
especially with COVID still acting like it wants to be, important and relevant, doesn't want to go
Uh,
away. I want to make
yeah.
sure people are getting healthy at home as well and still having that group, support and accountability. Because I feel like, just from training, like, do you think that's one thing too for you that accountability is probably the biggest piece of, getting results? Because like you can work
Yes.
out, you can eat right, but if you're not doing it consistently or someone telling you to do it consistently, you know.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm one of those people who has to have somebody reminding me like, "Oh, you're not drinking your water right now. What are you doing? Hey, what are
Right,
you doing right now? Oh, I don't know, making dinner. Yeah, but are you drinking your water?
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
people don't realize the value of just water, like hydration. Like, one thing that I've learned in my years of training too, a lot of people that are obese, believe it or not, they're not drinking enough water half the time because they're
Mhm.
mistaking hunger pains for dehydration. Or let me take that
Yeah.
back. They're mistaking dehydration for hunger pains,
Hmm.
and half the time they just drink a bottle of water, the hunger pain will go away, but
Yes.
they end up eating instead of like their body's like, no, I wanted water. I mean, this tastes good too, but I really wanted some water.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. No, I've definitely heard that. It's like, oh, you're hungry? No, no, you're not. Just go drink some water.
Yeah.
And yeah, it works definitely. I mean, but you need water, not just, I mean, well, obviously for being healthy, but um, yeah, just to function for your muscles to like move, for your skin, for your health, for you not
Everything,
killing over, for everything. You
everything.
really do need water. Yeah.
Rinse
Yep.
removal, toxins of your body. I mean, your body's
Yes.
20% water anyway. Like, I mean, yeah, it needs it. It definitely needs it. Proper nutrition. I posted something in my group, I believe it was yesterday, about, I'd rather see my clients or my participants and things like that get their nutrition right about 80% of the time.
Hmm.
Not 100%, but 80%, because they need to live.
Yeah,
Like, otherwise you're
yeah,
in a prison, a food prison, and then that's something I don't want. I don't want people to feel like you need to be in a food prison, or a
yeah,
water prison, But
yeah. You're not like that either, which also, is really great. Like I said, you know that we're human. You know that, sometimes without thinking, we shove a cookie in our mouth, um, or that we need a day, or that a holiday might come across, and stuff like that. And you still make it. It's okay for us to have those, those moments, but get back on track. You know what I mean? So I think
definitely into it.
that's fantastic. That, like I said, I think the biggest part is like you you know that we're human, and you know how to work with us, and you know how to work with that, and create a lifestyle that is doable. So I think I love that the most.
I do have one more question for you, because we kind of talked about this, behind the scenes. As a trainer, I have always, well, I should say, like, before I became a trainer, I've always battled with my own weight loss. Like, my highest weight was 315 pounds. And when I decided to become a trainer, I still was not considered that typical trainer. Like, when people are looking up trainers, especially like on Instagram, they see these super ripped, sports bra, booty short girls, or guys, whatever, and they feel like, I've gotten where I've had some people feel like that I was not going to be able to help them achieve their goals because I didn't look the way that they looked or wanted to look, I should say. Even though, of course, my goals are completely different from everybody else's, because I'm that girl who wants to be bigger. I want to be bodybuilder, powerlifter. Like, that's my personal goal. But like, I've had people, like, in fact, I even got a comment on an Instagram post one time that actually said, you're the trainer that looks like you need a trainer. So yeah, and I mean, it was hurtful, but then I'm like, yeah, but tell that to my 100+ clients I've had. So like, when were seeking out a personal trainer, when you hired me to be your personal trainer at that one point, like, let me ask, like, your honest opinion, like, what were you looking for, and like, what made you decide, like, actually to choose me outside of anybody else you could have chosen?
We- like I said, it wasn't about your looks. People come in all shapes and sizes, and everybody's goals are different. You know, um, I don't believe somebody's looks as a trainer has anything to do with how qualified they are and how knowledgeable they are about what they're doing. And they have different goals and you have different goals. So you have to be mindful of that. Um, and I wasn't, nor would I ever be seeking out somebody who was like looking one way or the other. You know what I mean? Like, if you're ripped, great, good for you. Um, but that had nothing to do. That would not sway me one way or other to choose somebody because your looks have nothing to do. What if you were missing a leg and an arm? Does that mean you can train me any less than the next person? No. No, you can't. You can't
Very good
discriminate
point.
against people and what they look like. You need to know what they can do for you. You need to be able to see your own results from them. And, if they know what they're doing, then it doesn't matter what they look like.
So how did you know I was qualified to help you then?
Everything you did, I trusted your whole process, and I saw results, and it worked for me, and I was happy with it. And I liked working out with you and what you did as far as our routines went. So I don't know what else to say.
Well, Elaina, I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you doing this for me. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Because I won't keep you on too much longer.
Um, if anybody's out there and they happen to see this and they're not working out with you yet, they need to. They need to. They need to, because let me tell you, I'm just like everybody else. And I don't love working out, but I love working out with you. You make me want to work out and, be healthy and be the best that I can be. And any other day, nobody else could get me up and going, but it would be you. So if you're not working out with her, then you're doing something wrong. That's what I would say.
I appreciate you so much. Lots of love to you.
Love you.
All right, girlie. I'll see you later.